Okay, we're live now.
Okay. Well, hi, Jared. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey,
It's
no
really great.
problem.
And we're going to talk about type 2 diabetes. So, do you know anyone with diabetes? Anyone? Family? Friends? You?
Yeah, I actually have diabetes.
Do you?
Well, not really, but yeah.
Type 2? Type 1?
What's that?
Type 2?
Type 2 diabetes, yep.
Oh, man. So, it affects you directly. That's a
Yeah,
big.
it's pretty rough.
So, how much do you really know about it?
Not a whole lot. I just got diagnosed a couple months ago, actually. So,
And how did you feel when you got diagnosed?
it was pretty scary. Pretty scary. I didn't really know what was going on and what I needed to do to fix it. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a scary thought.
So, intimidating a little bit.
Yep.
You know how you get it?
What's that?
You know how you get it? Any clue? Did they explain it to you?
I guess just my diet had a lot to do with it. Just wasn't eating very good. So I think that was the biggest part about it.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about what diabetes really is and how you get it and how your body functions.
Okay, perfect.
So, let me see if I can share my screen with you. Hang on. So, I just wanted to go over the how kind of carbohydrates get into our body and how our body really processes those.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. So, our body has to, maintain a constant flow or kind of level equal levels of sugar or glucose. And we do that by insulin. So every time you intake food, whatever it is, vegetables, bread, whatever you choose to eat, it changes the amount of glucose or sugar in your body. And so your body has to try to equalize that by the release of insulin. And insulin is actually made in these little cells inside your pancreas called the islets of Langerhans. And so those are the insulin producing cells and what are stimulated when you decide to eat some ice cream. So the biggest thing for me is when you only have so much insulin, really. You your body's going to get tired of producing it after a while. Those islands of Langerhans aren't everlasting like you might be. They're going to run out. They're going to get tired. So if you have a bunch of ice cream and a bunch of soda every day, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, that's gonna push my insulin a lot probably. That's
Right.
probably that's probably what happened to me.
Those little cells they're gonna get tired. And so that glucose is going to just build up in your system and you're not going to be able to process it anymore and you're going to get sick. And so that's what led you to get your diabetes. So that's
Oh.
specifically type 2. That's not what happens in type 1, but today we're
Mm-hmm.
talk about type 2.
Perfect.
So, what did your doctor use to diagnose your? How did they know you had it?
Uh, let's see. um, I'm not sure on that. He just
They gave you a call one
just
day
getting
when you
sick.
were physical, and they said you have diabetes.
Yeah, I just was in for a. Well, I started feeling kind of sick and just wasn't feeling very good. Didn't have a lot of energy and whatnot, and so I went in, and that's what they said that I gotten type 2 diabetes. So
So, the other thing I wanted to talk about is all those lab tests that they do that no one can make any sense of. So they say you're borderline diabetic. What does that even really mean? What numbers do they
yeah.
decide that you're diabetic now?
Uh-huh.
There's a couple of them, and the most important one is something they call hemoglobin A1C. It sounds crazy, but it's uh, it's just kind of a number that helps the doctor figure out how your body's processing that glucose. So it'll basically tell you what your average blood sugar is over a 3 month period of time.
Okay.
So if that's within normal range, you're good to go. You don't have diabetes. If that's high on a regular basis, then they're going to tell you you've got diabetes.
Okay.
All right. And then something else they might check, your overall health before and after you get diabetes, is your comprehensive metabolic panel. And when you go to the doctor, they're going to give you some labs, and they're going to look something like this, and they're going to mean not a whole lot probably. Let's find it. Right here, comprehensive metabolic panel. And so there's all these numbers on here. There's, you know, all this stuff over here. And what does it really mean to you when you have diabetes? Well, the first thing that they look at is this glucose marker. And that's your blood sugar. In this case, it's usually done fasting. So this person's is 88, which is great. That's where they want it to be. And then after you get diagnosed, it'll likely be probably in the 120s if you are maintained. And they'll also look at some kidney functions. When you're diabetic, sugar, your insulin, and glucose, all those things need to be functioning properly for all of your organs to function properly. So your kidneys are pretty dang important. And so they'll look at these things, this GFR, which is how your kidneys are functioning or filtering. And they'll also look at numbers like this BUN and creatinine, and that helps them know, again, how your kidneys are functioning. So that's a pretty important part. So diabetics, glucose, kidneys. And they'll also check your heart health by looking at your cholesterol. And those are here, easy enough. Basic overall cholesterol, which is how much fat's kind of floating around in your bloodstream. Triglycerides are the fatty parts. This is the total number. And then you've got, you know, good and bad parts of your cholesterol. Fun stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that definitely, that helps me understand a little bit more for sure about exactly how I get it and whatnot. So thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome. So I call people every day and say, your hemoglobin A1C is 5.4. You have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time talking to them about their lab results.
Oh, nice.
Fun stuff. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is, you said earlier that your dietary choices might have led you to get diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only choice?
What's that? I didn't hear you there.
Other than your diet, how do you think you got diabetes?
I think just my overall lifestyle with my exercising and whatnot, I wasn't very active. So I wasn't, just overall, I wasn't very healthy at all. I didn't hardly exercise any, and I think that all kind of led up to it as well.
What does exercise do for you? Why is it even healthy?
Well, it gets our heart moving, burn lots of calories, burn lots of that sugar that we're putting in. We're not burning anything. It's just gonna build up, I guess.
Yeah, it does. It definitely changes your body's chemistry. So from the inside out, when you exercise, you are literally changing different parts. We just talked about the cholesterol numbers. When you're exercising, those good numbers go up, and they keep your heart pumping normally, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to make changes for diet and exercise, it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. And I find myself going on diets all the time. Or like, I have 3 gym memberships right now. I haven't gone to the gym in a month. I just got a phone call this morning from like Orange Theory Fitness to go sign up again. So I know that I can make all these little changes. Something else has to change or it's never going to work. Mm-hmm. So I was reading up, and it said that a phrase hit me that said you might be free to choose, but you're not free from influence. Yeah. And to be a healthy individual, you have to have a healthy environment. Mm-hmm. So for me, I've got to clean out my fridge, got to surround myself in a healthy environment in order to stay healthy. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, exactly. I think for sure we just have to change everything around us, because if we have all the same things, all the same temptations about food and everything, nothing's going to change. We're going to keep eating the same. So we just have to make an overall lifestyle change, I think, in order to really make a difference.
So have you begun doing that since you've just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes?
I wanted to, but it's tough. It really is. It's hard to just change all that overnight. I've been trying to take small steps, but it's hard to really force myself to do it and keep myself into the programs and diets that I've been trying to do. So that's kind of part of the reason I'm in the support group, I guess.
Well, Jared, do you think diets are really the answer?
Um, I think it could help, I guess, what I'm eating exactly. But I don't know if that's totally enough.
Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you knew exactly what it was, and it sounds like you're on the right track. Do you have any other questions?
No, I think I'm good. That was good to learn more about it. I didn't really understand too much about exactly what it was, so that was really helpful on that part for sure.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Awesome, thank you. Okay. Awesome, good job. So on my part, yeah, if you just want to pretend you have diabetes, that would probably be good too.
I just got it. Like I said, I have been a member of the gym for forever and I never go. And this is the situation. It's really intimidating. I don't feel like my doctor cares. So I decided to come to the support group because I am at a loss and I don't want to lose my life.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So to start out today, I just kind of wanted to get to know each other a little bit better so we understand where we're coming from and everything. So just tell me your name again and one thing about you that makes you different and stand out from everybody else.
Oh man. Well, my name's Crystal,
Okay.
and I would describe myself as an odd individual.
Nice.
Not right in the middle, I guess. One thing that makes me stand out, I don't know, I'm probably the only girl on the block with a bunch of loud cars. I just got a Jeep and a motorcycle, and
Oh, dang.
every weekend working on a car.
That's sweet.
Unless I'm doing the support group.
That's awesome. That's way cool. And me just a little bit. My name is Jared, and I guess something different about me. I've been in a few bluegrass bands, and I play the mandolin, so that's kind of different.
Nice.
I mean, not very many people like that.
Oh, do you need tuners? If you do, I sell them.
You do what? I didn't hear you there, sir.
You need vintage tuners. I think I have.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Vintage guitar store, like parts store.
Okay, that's awesome. Might have to get in contact about that then. So how long have you had diabetes, Crystal?
Only a couple months. My family's had it for forever.
Okay.
They all have type 2. They're all giants.
Yeah.
So it's new to me, but.
Yeah, for sure. How did you feel when you first got diagnosed? Like what?
I was a little different. I mean, it didn't really mean much to me at the time. Now that I'm learning more about it, it's kind of freaky because I know if I don't keep it under wraps, then I'm going to get really sick.
Yeah, for sure. So you said that a lot of your family has this as well, so it's kind of a normal thing for your family that everybody has to deal with.
Yeah, I feel like the expectation is you eat whatever you want, you don't exercise, you get fat, you get diabetes, and you die.
And that's just life. That's just how it goes, huh? Okay. So I think one of the biggest things is just making that lifestyle change so that we can maybe suppress the diabetes a little bit, because it can be a big factor. It can shorten our lives a lot and make our standard of lifestyle a lot lower than it could be. And something that I found very interesting was that if we lose 5 to 10% of our body weight a lot of the times, and if we build up to only eating about 12 to 1800 calories a day, and if we are exercising about 150 minutes a week, somewhere around there, which isn't a ton, then we can really slow, or we can even stop the progress of diabetes. And we can reverse it and make it so that that's not an issue in our lives. Is that something that you would like for diabetes kind of to be suppressed in your life and not have to be an issue that you have to be worrying about every day?
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome, right? I would think so. But it's hard. The whole lifestyle change mean, if we've been eating a certain way our whole lives, then all of a sudden we have to change. It's kind of a big deal. It's not the easiest thing to do. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what we can do to change that lifestyle, and maybe what we can do to maybe exercise better and eat better. And they really are hard things to do, and so we have to kind of look at different perspectives and different ways that we can do that. And something else I found really interesting, another kind of statistic that I thought was really cool, is so after a year of changing our lifestyle and exercising like 150 minutes and eating less and eating better, there's been a lot of people that have been considered pre-diabetic instead of diabetic. And so this diabetes actually goes away. And so it is something that's possible. And we just have to set a lot of goals and work towards that. And so, let's see, I want to talk a little bit about weight loss and exercise and also eating. So a big thing for me, sometimes exercising isn't the funnest thing. If we just have to go run 10 miles or, just sit there lifting weights in the gym and get old, after a week or 2 weeks, you're just like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. And so I think a big thing is to have fun while we do it. And something that I personally have done, since I like exercising, but it gets old. And so me and my wife were like, man, we need to try to figure something else we can do. And she played tennis in high school. And so I was like, well, that might be fun. I never played tennis before. And so we started playing tennis. And we started to have a ton of fun doing it. And it's something we both enjoy and we like, and we look forward to doing it. And so we just need to find something that we really like and just go for it. And do you have a lot of friends where you live? Do you have a lot of friends around you that, or at least a couple?
I have a friend.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, my friends are super active.
Are they?
Because they are the kind of people that'll go to the gym for hours, though. Like last time I went with one of them, 2 hours later, and then 2 days later, being so sore, they're all in incredible shape, and I'm just.
Yeah, I feel you. Is there anything that you like to do that's like exercising, but you actually enjoy it and you could continue to do?
I like to. Well, I have type 2 diabetes, so I probably don't skateboard, but I like to hike. There you go.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, that's sweet. And that's something that can make a big difference. I mean, when you're up in the mountains, hiking up steep trails and whatnot, that's a lot of exercise, and it makes your body work a lot. And so, do any of your friends like to hike?
Yeah, we just went on Friday, actually.
Really? That's sweet. That's awesome. So, I mean, something that you could do is maybe set a goal. I mean, me and my wife, we set a goal so that we could go play tennis like a certain number of times a week. Maybe you can do that with one of your friends and set a goal to go hiking. I mean, it's hard to find the time all the time to do it, but even a couple times a week can make a big difference. Try to get out there and do that. And maybe try new things as well. I mean, if your friends are already at the gym for so long, I mean, they probably wouldn't mind playing racquetball or, I don't know, doing something else, maybe
Pops them off like the little weight machine or whatever they're using.
Yeah. But, I'm sure they would be down to help you out with that as well if you wanted to, set goals to maybe go into the gym and just hang out with them and work out with them more in the week. That can make a huge difference. And so I guess for you, what I want to accomplish up until next week is to set some goals you want to do maybe in the next couple weeks or in the next month, about how often you're going to go hiking, how often you're going to go to the gym and work out with your friends and stuff like that. And when we actually set these goals, I think it helps a lot more in accomplishing them. And if we say, oh yeah, we'll go hiking, it's like, are we really going to do it? Are we just saying that? So if we actually set some goals, it'd be really cool. So that's kind of the exercise thing. Just make it fun, and that can really help with this diabetes and turn that onset around. But the other big thing is the way we eat, and the way we eat can have a big part of our diabetes. Like you were saying earlier, if we just go throughout eating whatever, it doesn't really. That's just our lifestyle. It's just how it is. That's a big factor. And according to this study, when people started eating 12 to 1,800 calories a day is when they really started noticing that their diabetes was slowing down and going away. and with this exercise. And so do you like to cook at all, or are you like, cooking kind of stinks, or?
Yeah, I don't cook ever.
Okay, I got you. That's fine though. There's a lot of options out there. I think we just need to experiment with things, find things that we like. I mean, there's a lot of websites that can help. Like MyFitnessPal, for example, that's just a website. They have a lot of good ideas on there of things that are really good. I've tried some of the recipes and stuff, and actually really tasty. And
Wow, it made me feel so bad. Once I
oh,
reached
really?
I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna go have ice cream then.
Okay.
At the end of the day, and it's like you just gained 5 pounds. So
See,
sure.
I don't know if I would use that part of it as much as just more of the recipes they have on there and stuff like that. Using more of their ideas and whatnot, because that's true. Like it can make you feel bad. And something that's helped me a lot is a lot of times I'll go throughout the day and just eat, and I don't even know what I'm eating. And sometimes I eat way more than I think I ate, you know. And so one thing that helped me to lose some weight was to write down everything that I'm eating throughout the day, so that I can actually take note of what I put into my body. And so you don't even have to write down a specific number of calories or whatever, but when we're mentally taking notes of everything, it can really help us see what we're eating. And we're like, man, I already ate a lot today. Maybe I shouldn't eat that ice cream or whatever. And I've actually was talking to a doctor the other day, and that's kind of what he does with his patients when they want to lose weight. They just, he says, actually take note. Sometimes it's hard. After a couple of weeks, it's like, man, I don't want to write down everything in a notebook, but maybe for the first week or two, try writing it all down. And then maybe after that, just take mental notes of what you eat throughout the day, and try to go about it that way. But it really, I mean, if you really want to change your life, you can do it. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of small steps. Maybe start exercising. If you don't exercise ever, try exercising once a week, and then the next week, twice a week, something like that. Just build up steps. Or maybe cut out one thing from your diet, on this week, and then the next thing, and then the next week, maybe something else. But again, I think the biggest part is just setting goals of what you want to accomplish, and then trying to accomplish those goals. And I know that can help a lot, and I've seen that in my life as well, that that can really make a difference. And so before our meeting next week, that would be awesome if you can maybe make a couple goals about your exercise and about what you want to do for food. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
What I want to do for food.
Or what you...
I'll experiment for you, Jared.
There you go. Experiment. Try to maybe find some healthier recipes or healthier things you can eat on some websites and stuff, and see how it goes. And then next week we'll talk about it a little bit more and maybe make some other changes that we can do. But does that sound okay?
Sounds great. I will try.
Okay. That's what you need. Just try. Okay. Perfect. So I think that's all I want to talk about today. So thanks for coming to the meeting, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, cool.
All right.
That was almost 15 minutes. It was great.
Was it? Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, mine wasn't as informational. I wasn't sure exactly how to go about that, but I just figured
I preferred yours. I really liked yours. I think yours was the better and probably more of what she had in mind.
Oh, so I don't know. Yours was really good. It was like, holy cow, that's what diabetes is. That made me understand it a lot more for sure. So I thought it was really good. You did a good job.
Thanks.
So I just remember on iLearn, it says we were supposed to go over maybe for a few minutes about what was hard about being a facilitator and stuff like that. Did you?
Okay.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay. So for you, what was it hard at all, or was it pretty, I mean, is there anything that...
I'm really intimidated being on camera.
Yeah.
So I go to online school for a reason.
Right.
This whole semester is this stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it's been sort of a learning experience to be a little more confident, like,
yeah,
in this sort of forum.
Yeah.
And that's the most difficult thing. And probably trying to get my technology to do what I want it to do. It's important for me to kind of demonstrate a level of professionalism.
Yeah.
And so when I'm between screens and you can see all my little sidebars and things, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
And I think I still sound a little bit not all put together, but whatever.
No, I thought it was really good. I thought you were super prepared. I thought it was good.
So that's hard. And then making sure that I'm engaging the listeners or the watchers, I think is difficult. Because I want to make sure that they're understanding what I'm getting across. And you did a good job. Thank you.
Well, that was, for me, that was the biggest thing. Like, I'd be talking and I'm like, wait, I should probably be asking more questions. I should probably be trying to get her to talk more, It's kind of hard to balance all of that and how much I should be talking and how much they should be talking. So for me, that was probably one of the harder parts for sure. But,
I thought your transitions between topics and then drawing between two things was really well done. And that's why I really liked yours, because it was more personal instead of like blanket statements, It was.
Yeah.
It was,
and that's kind of when I started doing it. Like, I didn't really plan it that way, but I was like, well, I'll just try to make it like as personal as I can so they can actually relate to it in, real life situations. I don't know. So I thought I was okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was hard or something. But like what you said, it's kind of hard. I'm not like super comfortable talking in front of groups and, doing this whole thing, but
I'm more comfortable if we're all in one room than
yeah.
at me. Like,
I feel you. Yep. Yep.
Okay,
I understand that.
No, I can't. Yeah, but whatever.
Yep. I understand that for sure. Yep. Was there anything else on iLearn we were supposed to talk about after? I can't remember.
No, I think we were supposed to do the debriefing. We were supposed to cover those things. There weren't really enough of us to do all the role playing, so.
Oh yeah, that was kind of hard actually.
No, I think that's it. We just need to submit the link.
Yeah.
Which I assume you're going to do that.
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. And then,
I don't know.
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say that I'll probably put, what's his name? Rory, his outline. I'll probably put that with it just to show that he kind of tried. But.
And then if we're in the same groups next week, I don't know if we are or not. I assume that we are.
Probably.
So I don't know if there's time and you want to kind of tentatively set that up now, or do you want me to set up the hangout next time?
So did you get my invites? Like, I sent like a bunch. Did you get a lot of invites? Because I was like, I don't know if they're getting them. I don't know if they're not getting them.
I got 3.
Did you? Okay, so I sent way more than that. So I don't know exactly what was going on there. But
everyone needs to make sure if they're using their Gmail, and they need to look under social. You know how it has the tabs?
Oh yeah. It shows up there.
Box. It goes into
social. Okay. So we'll probably have to make a note of that to those other guys for sure. Because I don't think they were getting, and I don't even know if they were getting all the emails on the BYU email thing. I don't know what was going on there.
Like, what class is this?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't know how well this is going to go, but.
Yeah. So I was a little confused about what was going on, if everybody was getting everything or not. But next week, let's see, I work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I mean, if we could do it, and Tuesday and Thursday I'm off at 5, and Friday and Saturday I'm off at like 7, I think. I mean, any other time outside of those times would be fine.
I think you're really good at communicating via email, and I get that. I'm better with text, but I check my email too. So, and I have pretty standard hours. I work 7:30 to like 3:34.
Okay.
So I got a pretty open schedule.
Okay. So maybe in the evening sometime.
Yeah.
I'll probably work the best. Probably earlier in the week, the better. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime in there, probably good. But that might be good if we have those other guys. If we can have their number, it'd probably be a lot easier to communicate. Because she also said that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. I have Rory's. So if you,
okay.
Or whatever.
Okay. And then she said that we were supposed to communicate on that page on iLearn, and we were supposed to like, and that was really hard too because it's hard to check that all the time. You forget about that, but so it was kind of confusing. But yeah, we'll try to do it through text next time, and hopefully that works a little better. But
Okay.
awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Well, yeah, thank you. That's good. All right, we'll see you next week then. We'll communicate. All right, thanks.
Bye.